Do you think God loves everyone? Oh. General consensus here on the island is that God loves everybody, right? And He loves everybody all the time, and God does not hate. You in agreement with that?
All the time.
So where you learn that God don't hate?
Where I learn it?
Yeah, where you learn it? You go to the church. So you're saying to me, in the church they taught you that God does not hate.
No, He don't hate.
So what if I told you that the pastor was actually lying to you? You would believe that? Yeah, you would believe, like, if you found out that the pastor was actually lying, would you believe that? Would you be surprised? Of your point. Now, let's read this for the brother. Now, watch this. Romans 9 and verse 13. Now, watch this. Now, the general consensus is that God loves everybody, right? Watch this.
This is the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 13.
Whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
You know?
As it is written, Jacob have I loved,
Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, God have loved.
but Esau have I hated.
But Esau have I
Hated.
So there's a race of people that God says He hates. Now watch this. We can show you who that race of people is. Watch this.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Tell me, listen.
No problem. Listen to this. Watch this. Malachi 1 and 3.
Reading from the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Go.
And I hated Esau.
I hated Esau. Watch this.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
So Esau is a particular race of people. Watch this.
Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build.
They shall build. They shall build.
But I will throw down.
God said He will throw down.
They shall call them.
Call.
Them.
Call.
Them.
So this is plural, like I learned in English class. Them is plural, right? So them would signify what? This is a people that's being spoken of.
The border of wickedness.
God shall call them the border of wickedness. So there's a race of people that God considers to be the border or the end-all be-all of all wickedness on the face of the earth. Now, if I was to ask you this question, who do you think is, if you had to think for yourself, which people on the face of the earth could be so diabolical, so wicked, that God would call them the border of wickedness?
We have to discuss that. Listen and discuss it very well.
Emotional damage.
Okay, who goes into people's countries, enslaves people? Who made your forefathers slaves? Look at this. Who did this to your forefathers? Who whipped them, beat them, chastised them, hung them?
Where that come from?
Which people did that?
Which people did that?
Yeah, which people did that?
All kind of people did that.
No?
All kind of people.
Okay, well, technically, you're sort of right. Technically. Now, I'll tell you why you're kind of right. Because it wasn't just white people that put us in slavery. You had the East Indians, the Arabians. At one point in time, they had us in slavery. You're correct. But who carried it on for a very long time? Not the longest, but who carried it on for a very long time? The white people. They brought you over here on slave ships. And guess what? That's right in the Bible, in Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. Do you think God loves everyone? Okay, no problem. You say you don't know. But guess who knows? God knows. Let's see what God says. Romans 9 and 13, right? We're going to show you. Romans 9 and verse 13. Now, there's a particular people that God said He hates. We're going to show that to you. Right? Now, you never heard that before, right? That God hates, right? Watch this. We're going to read this out of the Bible for you. Watch this.
Reading from the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 13.
No.
As it is written,
As it is written,
Jacob have I loved,
Jacob have I loved,
but Esau have I hated.
but Esau have I hated. So there's a people that God says he hates. Now, do you know who are the people of Esau or the Edomites? It's talking about the modern day Caucasian white man. That's who Esau is. Now, if you had to think in your mind, why does God hate the Caucasian man, the Caucasian race? What would you say? Who goes into everyone's country and bombs their country? The white man. Who put your forefathers in slavery? The white man. Who put chemicals in your food that you can't even pronounce? The white man. Why? Genesis 25 and 25. Now, this is a great question. I like that. You're thinking. I like that, my brother. Watch this. Genesis 25 and verse 25.
Reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 25. And the first came out red.
The first, when Rebecca was pregnant with twins, the first one came out red, red.
All over like a hairy garment.
Like a hairy garment. Watch this.
And they called his name Esau.
Oh, they call his name what?
Esau.
So the red twin that came out, the fraternal twin, they call his name Esau. Watch this.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
So the other twin that came out had a regular color, and his name was what?
And his name was called Jacob.
His name was called Jacob. So you're a descendant of Jacob, not Esau, right? Esau, now jump up to verse 21. This is a different nation to you. Even though they have the same biological mother and father, God separated them in the womb. Watch this.
Genesis chapter 25 and verse 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife.
Now, Isaac's wife was barren. She couldn't have children. Now, Isaac went to the Lord via the seers. The seers were the men you would go to. They would actually speak to God on your behalf. Watch this.
Because she was barren.
Because she was
barren.
She couldn't have children. Watch this.
And the Lord was entreated of him.
The Lord had compassion unto him. Watch this.
And Rebekah, his wife, conceived.
So after the Lord had compassion, he made his wife Rebekah conceive and get pregnant. Watch this.
And the children struggled together within her.
So the children were in the womb struggling together. You know what that means? They were fighting in the womb. They were struggling together. Watch this.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
So she said, if it's so, why am I thus? Why are the children struggling together in my womb? Because I was praying to God, and my husband was praying to God, so that I get pregnant. And now I'm pregnant, they're fighting in my womb? Why? Watch this.
And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations.
To what?
Nations.
To what?
Nations.
2 nations, 2 manner of people, 2 separate people
are in thy womb.
Are in your womb. So she was pregnant with twins. But these 2 nations are different. They're different manner of people. They're not the same. Watch this.
And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Wow. 2 manner of people shall be separated from her womb. Watch this.
And the one people shall be stronger.
Shall be?
Shall be stronger.
So one people shall be stronger. Watch this.
Than the other
people. Watch this.
And the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder gonna serve the younger. Now, the one people that's stronger than the other people is talking about Jacob. Jacob shall be stronger than the other, Esau. Now, white people or Caucasian people are not actually white. White is the color of clouds. White is the color of that plastic bag. They're not that color. They're actually red because they lack melanin. The lack of melanin or pigmentation causes their skin to be translucent. That's why they look red. But it says the first came out red. And they call his name Esau. Now Esau, God says he hates them.
So
what color God is?
God is a black man.
How you know?
Let's read it in the scriptures. Daniel 7 and verse 9. No problem. We're going to break it down for you. Now, the brother asked a great question. What color is God? Let's find out. Daniel 7 and verse 9. Great question. I love all this brother is a smart brother. I like him. I love this brother here, man. He asking all the right questions. I love that thing. Watch this. Daniel 7 verse 9.
Read it from the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days.
So the Ancient of Days, the one who has no beginning and no end, right? The one who was not born, he just exists because he is the Ancient of Days. Watch this.
Whose garment was white as snow.
So God's garment, white as snow. Watch this.
And the hair of his head.
Whoa, the hair of his
head.
The hair of his
head.
So yes, God has hair. Watch this.
Like the pure wool.
Ooh, like the pure
wool.
The pure wool. Who has woolly hair on the face of the earth? Woolly hair. It's like sheep. Right, like sheep. Now, who has that texture here? Black people. Black people. Watch this.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him.
Now, you would find that Jesus Christ looks just like his daddy. Same woolly hair, same burnt brass skin. Revelation 1 and 14.
You ever see
Turn this around for me.
as Jesus Christ as
Mm-hmm.
black?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, where we going to show it to you? No problem. That's a good question. Have we ever seen a picture of Christ being black? No problem. Watch this.
Reading from the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his ears were white like wool.
So Christ's head and his hairs were white like wool. Right? Watch this. White like wool. White like wool. So his head and his hairs. His head and his hairs. Watch this. White like wool. So woolly hair. Watch this.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
So he had eyes like a flame of fire. This is talking about his glorified state. So for those people that like to say, oh no, it's talking about Christ's glorified state, even better. His glorified state shows him to be a dark-skinned colored man. Even better. Right? Now watch this. So eyes like a flame of fire. Watch this.
And his feet.
Is what?
His feet.
His feet. Your feet are the same color as the rest of your skin, right? Watch this.
Like unto fine brass.
Brass is brown. Watch this.
As if they burned in a furnace.
If you take brass, right, like a nickel or a penny, and you burn it in a furnace, what color will it turn? Black. Watch this.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
Jesus Christ was a loud black man.
That's right.
His voice was at the sound of many waters. You ever hear the ocean crashing? You know, you can hear the ocean crashing from a long distance, like the ocean crashing on the rocks. You can hear that thing from a far distance.
So why is it most of the picture is feet
Right.
is white?
Is white. Good. Great question. Why is it most of the pictures you see as white? Now, I'm going to summarize it for you. In the year 320 AD became something called modern day Christianity. Ever since then, up to the point of the Renaissance era in the 1400s, they depicted Christ as being a white man. Now, the Renaissance era was called the rebirth. That's when they reformulated everything and they put up all these pictures as Jesus being a white man. Now, a man by the name of Leonardo da Vinci, right? Now, this guy, if you look at this, this guy is who you grew up seeing on your grandmother's wall. All of our grandmother's wall, a white man.
You don't tell lies.
That's good. I like that. Put it there. I like that. The brother said you don't tell lies. I love that. Now, most of us grew up with this on our grandmother's wall, right? But that's a lie. Now, the reason why that lie perpetuated is because his father, this was the actual man. His name is Cesare Borgia. And his father, Rodrigo Borgia, paid people like Michelangelo and Da Vinci to paint his son as the image of Jesus Christ, as a white man. That's why since the 1400s up to now, we see Christ as being a white man. You see what I'm saying? But in the Bible shows you that he's a black man.
That's right.
So I like the fact that you say you don't like lies, you didn't let anyone lie to you. I love that fact. That's good. Now you learn the truth tonight. Now you also learn that God doesn't love everybody. You learn that there's a certain people on the face of the earth. They're so diabolical, so wicked, right? So low down that God said he hates them forever. It says that in Malachi 1 and verse 3, he hates them forever. As a matter of fact, give me Amos 1 and 11 so we can show you it's not because of the color of their skin. Skin color has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with their actions, with their spirit. God said he made their spirit not to be upright from the beginning. Now watch this. Malachi 1 and 3, Amos 1 and 11, and we're going to show you something. Watch this.
This is the book of Amos chapter 1, verse 11. Thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom.
Edom is Esau, the same white man that we told you about. Watch this.
And for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof.
So wait, Esau has a punishment laid up for him that's already written. The prophecy is already written. You and I can't change it. Watch this.
Because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
His brother was who? Jacob. Remember the twins were pregnant in the womb and they were struggling in the womb? When they got older, he pursued his brother with the sword. He went after him with the sword. And that explains why white people hate you today. Because they're still coming after you with the sword. How many people you see on TV, police brutality in America, where white people kill black people and it goes for nothing? Police shoot us down and it goes for nothing. They get a light tap on the wrist. They go to jail for like 2 years. Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner, Sandra Bland, right? Who else? Trayvon Martin, and hundreds more. They got killed for, well, I wouldn't say for nothing, but they got killed and their death was not avenged. Watch this. So God said for that reason why he pursued his brother with the sword
and did cast off all pity.
He didn't have any pity. Because if you look at this, right? Brother DeAndre, turn this around for him. If you look at this, look at what they did to your forefathers. They didn't have any pity. They put your forefathers, packed them up in slave ships like sardines. They put muzzles on your forefathers. They used to force feed the slaves when they didn't want to eat because the slaves used to rebel by not eating. They used to punch the teeth out of the slaves and force food down their throats so that they continue picking cotton, they continue picking the sugarcane, they continue picking the tobacco, and they guess what they did? They whipped them, they beat them. Look down there. A 2-year-old is picking cotton. They did that to your forefathers. Watch this.
And his anger did tear perpetually.
His anger towards our people did tear continually. That's why till today in 2024, they still hate you. It doesn't matter if they give you money or they say Black Lives Matter, they still have this mentality towards our people. Read on.
And he kept his wrath forever.
How long did Esau keep his wrath?
Forever.
How long?
Forever.
No, they're gonna stop.
Forever.
A period of time is gonna pass and then they will stop hating us.
Forever.
It says they're gonna keep their wrath forever. Forever. That's why God says he has a judgment laid up for them. They won't be able to escape it. They're gonna have to get punished because they have not paid for their crimes as yet. Now, do you know Babylon is the daughter of the harlot or the whore? Babylon is America. America was founded on bloodshed. America was founded on the pilgrims coming over to America, putting the native Indians on reserves, killing them off, and the ones that were left back, they stole their lands from them, and they celebrate something called Thanksgiving Day. They just celebrated that thing recently, right? It was a celebration of the killing of God's people, the tribe of Gad. That's why God says they're going to get a punishment coming from him, because he hasn't been paid for yet. And that's why God says this in Isaiah 14 and verse 21. Now watch this. You might say, and other persons who may hear this, they might say, well, the white people today, they shouldn't have to pay for what their forefathers did to us, because that's not them. That's not true. They are them. They are them regenerated. They're the same people. Who got that? Isaiah 14 and 21. Watch this.
This is the book of Isaiah 14 and verse 21.
So for those that say that the ones who did it to us, they're already gone. The ones who are left back today are not responsible. Let's see what God says.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Wait. God says to prepare slaughter for his children. So even though they're not the ones per se, that it's technically their children today, they're still the same people because they come from that lineage. In other words, they're benefiting off of the rape, rob, murder, killing, and stealing of your people. They wouldn't have what they have today, their banks and their big buildings and their gold and everything, if your forefathers didn't work in the slave fields, if your forefathers wasn't picking cotton. That's how they amassed their wealth. That's why God says it's not gonna go for naught. So don't feel like because we went through what we went through, it's gonna go for naught. God says he will avenge us. But you gotta come back to the commandments. You gotta come back to doing God's laws. Watch this. So prepare slaughter for his children.
For the iniquity of the fathers.
The iniquity or the sins of their
fathers.
Of their
fathers.
Of their fathers. Of their forefathers. Because they're the same people. Read on.
That they do not rise nor possess the land.
They don't rise and possess the land, meaning avenge their forefathers. Read on.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Fill the faces of the world with their cities, as you can see what's going on today. All the nations have set up their cities and you work for them in their cities. Right? You got brought over here. You got to push. I appreciate you, brother. We love you. I love you so much, man. That you stood up, you heard the word. I know. But we're going to link up again. You're going to see us again. What's your name? Juicy. This is Captain Mosiah. This is Brother DeAndre. Soldier Gabar, Soldier Gamaliel. All right? Thank you, Brother Juicy. We're going to link up again. We're best friends from today. So, we locked in today. I ain't going to pass it nowhere straight, and don't worry. We're going to buy each other a drink when we see each other again, right? All right? Bless up yourself, King. All praises. Yeah, man. That's definitely. All right. So now, our people are coming back to the truth. They're understanding. The Most High will put the Spirit on men to listen to this truth and come back into the fold. You understand that? All praises. So let's give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, amen. All praises.
Hey, shalom. Most High in Christ bless. Captain Mosiah here. And I just want to thank all of you new subscribers for subscribing. We want to thank you. We know that you've been subbing on for the last video days, sir. But we want to just guarantee you we got some nice, new, fresh content on the way. Look out for it. Before I forget, you want to check out TOC in the scripts. Be sure to follow that YouTube page, that YouTube channel where you can get all the Sabbath day classes, all right? You heard it here first. TOC in the street. You see us, we in the streets. We bringing it all. We got a lot of action on the way. So, just look out for it, man. All right, Captain Mosiah signing out. Peace.